Hey everybody, this is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, and this is episode 75, and this is going to be a different kind of episode, a different special episode, because this time today I'm not going to have an agent or a real estate vendor on the podcast. I am going to have a vendor, but from a different industry, and he's got a lot of special things to offer you guys and talk to you about. So, first of all, I've always got to say, if you're a real estate agent or a vendor that does operate in the Fort Bend County area and you want to be on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com, and I'll be happy to get you on the schedule for 2025. And as always, I couldn't do the podcast if it wasn't for my support team, Jennifer Smitis, the area president, Caitlin Kornick and Devin, the escrow officers here in the Sugar Land office, Kate Cannon in the Richmond office, and everybody that works with them, our assistants, our processors. I don't have time to name them all, but you guys know who you are. So thank you. So let's get started with episode number 75 of Kevin's Corner. This is Campbell. He is with ButcherBox, and I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then we'll get into how, why, and where.
Yeah, so I'm Campbell Mahaffey. I'm a marketer. I'm working on behalf of ButcherBox right now, working for a small firm out of Atlanta. And yeah, Kevin has kind of been my inroad into the world of real estate and, you know, the networking therein.
Yep.
So yeah, here to kind of answer whatever questions he's got for me and maybe talk a little bit more about what we're doing. We're ButcherBox. We're an ethical and sustainable meat subscription service. I wouldn't be surprised if your followers are seeing our advertisements online right now. We're pushing pretty hard. It's just a good way to keep meat in the freezer that you can feel a little bit better about. But I'm doing some other stuff too.
We'll talk about that. So yeah, I met Campbell through one of my best clients and a good friend of mine, Sarah Goetz. Hey, Sarah. If I didn't mention her name, she'd be like, "Why did you cook?" So you're related to Sarah. Sarah's a real estate agent in the Fort Bend County area, and she came to me and said, "Hey, Campbell is a ButcherBox guy, and he wants to know if he can participate." And I'm like, "What's a ButcherBox, and who's Campbell?" And long story short, you support and cater our monthly real estate recharge happy hour.
That's right, yeah. So I am an activation marketer, and I am just getting out anywhere where I can have fruitful conversations about the product and provide some product. So, you know, your happy hour is kind of a perfect example of the kind of events that I operate at. You know, I'm sourcing my own events, and like you said, Sarah got us in touch.
Yeah.
So.
And he's so we'll talk about, you know, what he does and all that stuff, but I'd always like to ask the question, you know, what you haven't been working for ButcherBox all your life. What were you doing before you got hooked up with ButcherBox?
So I am a long-time restaurant person.
That's right, you're a chef.
Yeah, that's right. So I started in the kitchen when I was about 15 years old. I went through the culinary school program. I went to the CIA up in New York. I've always been kind of focused on the restaurant industry professionally. Once COVID happened, you know, I graduated in 2020. So I went into sales and marketing. There was no restaurant work, and kind of found that I had a little bit of a predilection for it. So that's kind of the direction I'm going in now. Still love to cook, still love food. But
so you combined your love of cooking and being chef with finding this position with ButcherBox.
That's right. You know, I was lucky enough that ButcherBox is a company that I really gel with as far as messaging. You know, as far as mission goes, it's you know, it's so focused on sustainability and ethics in the meat system, which is something that's very important. I mean, to all of us, to me personally, absolutely. But you know, the meat system has gotten so bad, and ButcherBox is actively trying to right some of those wrongs. So, you know, I was looking for marketing, but it just happened to be something that I am passionate about.
So tell everybody, what is ButcherBox for those that have not heard about it? What is the service? What do you guys do?
So we are part of the box economy. It's a subscription service for protein. You know, a big one would be maybe HelloFresh, right? But you know, that's getting all the ingredients for a meal, right? We focus entirely on protein. So we are a B Corp. We are going around and aggregating small farms all across the country. Some outside the country as well, but generally American agricultural companies that are able to meet the very stringent B Corp standards on animal welfare.
Okay.
So, we're sending third parties out to verify the conditions at all of the farms. Once we are pleased that those conditions are being met, they're kind of brought into the fold, and we're able to distribute their products through that monthly subscription model.
Right.
You go through and you make 6 choices basically, and everything that you're getting from us is sourced in the most ethical and sustainable manner possible.
Right. And you mentioned something to me about the meat or the livestock. There's no, I don't know if I'm saying the right words, but they're all grass-fed or something like that. No preservatives or whatever it is.
Yeah, so we're never using antibiotics, hormones, or steroids. The majority, when I started this program, all of our beef was grass-fed and grass-finished. We have actually started bringing on some grass-fed, grain-finished beef just for the fat content. Grass-finished beef is generally pretty lean. But trying to keep the conditions as close to natural as possible while still being financially salient, I guess would be the right word.
And it's a subscription service, so you guys are basically mail order.
Yes, so we have 4 major distribution plants kind of spread across the country. We're everywhere in the lower 48 right now and in Canada, and it is all coming through a subscription. There is some talk right now about launching kind of an a la carte, we're calling it Butcher Box Marketplace. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but there will be some more flexibility in terms of how much you're ordering. I know, it doesn't really make sense for everyone to get that much meat every month. But as it stands right now, most of our customers are going, we call it the classic box. It's 9 to 14 pounds of meat per month, depending on which 6 choices you make and however many freebies you get added on there, because there generally are some.
There are some freebies, okay. And where, I know you source the protein from different places around the country and some outside of the country, but when I place an order, where does my actual order come from?
So in the Houston area, it's coming from Oklahoma City. That's our local distribution plant. The company is headquartered in Watertown, Massachusetts, though.
Okay.
And in terms of locality, since we are aggregating across the country, if you're a hyper-local person, this probably isn't the right solution.
Right.
But, we're aiming for small family operations with pedigrees. Like the turkey I brought you today, that's from a 5th generation turkey farmer. And that kind of story is kind of repeated across our company.
So you support businesses that have been around for a long time?
We try as much as possible. We're going for good agricultural practices, and what we have found is that the people with the best agricultural practices are the people that have been doing it the longest.
Of course. And how long have you been with Butcher Box?
So I have been with Butcher Box coming up on about a year now.
How long has Butcher Box been Butcher Box?
So Butcher Box has been going since 2015.
Okay.
Really started growing the market share during COVID.
All right. So, if you couldn't get out and buy it, just order it.
Oh, yeah.
So going on 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And since you're kind of running your own firm, right? Your own business, you're getting out and getting people's interest and things like that. Is there anything else that you're doing? Because this is a marketing podcast. So is there anything that you do other than one-on-one things with possible future clients to get the word out? Any social media, any website, anything like that?
So I have found that LinkedIn is a great source.
You hear that, agents? LinkedIn is a great source.
Yeah, and I have found that the best way to be successful because I am sourcing all of my own events, right? It's activation marketing. So having as many parallel streams of marketing open as possible. You have your phone calls and your emails that you're making. I cannot understate the value of going in person and saying hello to some people, shaking some hands, maybe showing up. If you have a viable product like I have, showing up with some of the product. Making an impression that way, and never, always being open to as many different means as possible. I started just making phone calls, and I was never really a big social media person, but I do use it a lot now. It's however or whatever it's going to take for me to get my statements out there. That's what I do.
So this podcast is centered in the real estate industry, which is what you support me with on the monthly happy hour and stuff. Tell real estate agents, and act like the camera is a real estate agent, and tell the real estate agents exactly what it is you want to do with them.
Absolutely. So as part of my activation scheme, I am able to work with realtors at open houses. So if you have a really great listing with a nice entertainment setup in back, good curb appeal, maybe one of your higher end listings, but not necessarily. We're just looking for a good space that we can show off. I will come out, I will bring a chef, and I will cater that event for free, completely for free. We can talk about what you want to do, what you want to have on the menu, that sort of thing. We could showcase a great kitchen if that's something that the listing is leaning on. Whatever you think makes sense is a discussion that we can have. But I want to be there. I want to take that food, the food worries off your plate. I want to shrink your marketing budget a little bit, and provide a great experience and provide something that we can talk about. Also, going full cycle. Once you make that sale, we want to provide the new owner of the home with 3 months of ButcherBox so that they can just start filling their freezer with meat right away and not have to worry about it as much.
So understand, if you're a real estate agent and you are struggling or not struggling with a listing that you have, trying to get it sold, or you just want to incorporate his concept and his idea into your business model, give him a call, because you'll basically go out to the listing during the open house, cook for their clients, set up, bring your own equipment, bring your own food, and do all this for free for the agent. As long as you're able to market your product to the people that come into the open house.
That's right. I am paid in conversation in terms of these events. So,
yes.
It's as long as I can chat with people and show them what we can provide, that's all I need.
That's you can't beat that, guys. So all the agents that I know that are doing open houses that have food of any kind, it's usually cookies or bags of chips or something and bottled water. And sometimes they're paying for it. Sometimes they're having vendors pay for it. Be the first to have him at your open house, because what it will do for him is when the word gets out, you're going to be so busy that you're going to have time for anybody else. But the point is take your open house up to the next level and go from serving cheeseburgers to serving steak. So now, in saying that, tell everybody what it is, what kind of meat, what kind of protein you offer that you bring with you.
So I personally right now, I have a lot of finger food type things, the stuff that I've been serving at your events. We got fish, we got chicken nuggets, we got meatballs, sausage, that sort of thing, dynamite sausage.
Yeah, really good sausage.
But I do have some access to ButcherBox's whole catalog. We have about 60 products on there. So if you want to showcase some steaks on the grill, or do something with chicken, or maybe some salmon, things like that, the sky is really the limit. I have been told from the beginning it's better to ask forgiveness than to ask permission. So
exactly.
We can figure this out together.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys understand fish, chicken, sausage, beef, or something that you might want to have because maybe your clientele is, they don't eat pork or they don't eat fish or whatever it is. He can handle it. He brings out his own equipment. He does the cooking himself. It's finger food, so it's not like you have to have a bunch of plates and a bunch of napkins and this and forks and knives. Everything's pretty much, in little small bites,
right,
with toothpicks, and you just, it's really great. He comes to our happy hour every month and does it. You're going to be at the happy hour next week.
I am.
And you're going to be at our Christmas party.
That's right.
10th.
That's right.
So, you guys, you have to understand how big this is. My job as a title rep, not only to do a good job on your title contracts, but I believe is to also bring you value. He does this for me for free, and he wants to do it for you for free, just so we can make more, have more conversations and meet more people. So tell everybody where they can find. Are you on social media?
I am on social media, yeah. So I am Campbell Mahaffey. I'm the only Campbell Mahaffey in the United States. Very easy to find me on Facebook. Same with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You know, wherever it feels right to reach out to me. My email address is campbell.mahaffey@gmail.com, or my business address, campbell@fizzcorp, FIZZCORP.com. Shoot me an email. My phone number, 361-405-1666. Give me a call. Shoot me a text.
Do me a favor. Your email address. Spell it out.
So, CAMPBELL at FizzCorp, FIZZCORP.com.
Is there a way for people to find you on the internet through a website?
No, I don't have much presence on a website.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just social media and his email. And again, so you're with ButcherBox and you provide basically mail order or subscription service protein to houses individually. But as far as real estate agents goes, you want to work with them, bring with you your selected products, cook them at their open houses, offer them to their clients that come to the door. All of this at no charge, as long as you can have conversations with the people that come in the house.
Yeah, we want to provide an experience for your potential customers. We want to showcase what you can do in the entertainment space or in the kitchen at this house. Mm-hmm. And we want to give people an idea of what our products are like and what we have to offer for them personally.
Perfect. So you guys, I said it a second ago and say it again. You want to take your open houses up to the next level, you got to call Campbell. Give me your phone number one more time.
361-405-1666.
Is there anything else that you'd like the audience to know about either ButcherBox or yourself?
Just know, guys, the meat that you're getting is full of chemicals, and the animals are not being treated right.
Not the meat you're getting from him.
Not the meat you're getting from me. The meat you're getting from the grocery store. Do a little research. Think about the American meat system, and then think about me for your marketing.
There you go. Give them the phone number one more time.
361-405-1666.
ButcherBox, guys. If you're a real estate agent, the phone better start ringing. It's a great, great value. Take your open houses to the next level. Take your business to the next level. Enhance your persona of your company and everything like that. It works great. And by the way, the food's excellent. Those sausages are to die for.
Yeah.
So guys, this has been episode number 75 of Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you are a real estate agent or a vendor that operates in the Fort Bend County area and you want to be on the podcast, 832-654-0527. And thank you to Jennifer Smitis, Caitlin Kornick, Devin, Kate Cannon, and everybody that I work with. Couldn't do the podcast without you. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.